Welcome, Gail. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
We're here to talk about one of the most cherished memories in your life, and I know you've talked about it with me several times. So I want to hear your take of the story, and we're going to videotape this so everyone can hear it.
Well, it goes back to 1961, and I'm pregnant for my first child. And of course, Mama's always looking forward to that. And it's getting later and later and later, and I'm going on overtime, of course. And I can't think of a name. I want a name, but I want the baby to be born. And it's taken forever. Well, finally on the overdrive, the lateness of it all, my daughter, it was a girl, decides to come her way. And that's late on the day she wants it. And my daughter's still that way today. Time will take care of it. I'm in no hurry. I want a certain time and day. I'll choose it when it's the right time. She wanted Mother's Day to be her day.
Aww.
And it was. Now that was real special, especially my first baby.
Right.
Late Mother's Day. And so that was special.
That was the best Mother's Day gift you could ask for.
That was great.
Wasn't it?
Never expected that. It was May 14th, Sunday, 61, Timken Mercy Hospital.
Wow. Now you told me that your doctor thought you were going to have a boy, correct?
Yes.
And it was based on a heart rate back then,
Yes.
whether it was faster, harder, or slower than a
Yeah.
girl's. She fooled you, didn't she?
Well,
she fooled him. She didn't
him.
fool you, huh?
No, I just felt it had to be a girl. It was going to be a girl. And I mean, I didn't have any names picked out for a boy. So, it was a girl.
So how did you come up with her name?
Well, my mother and I sat at her house, and it was just her and I, and we talked about it. She says, "Now, honey, you're going to come up with a name. Don't worry about it." And we hashed all kind of names out, and nothing would agree. She says, "Well, let's just go and watch TV and relax. I'll get us a cup of coffee." And Shirley Temple came on the TV. Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm. Zap, that was it. Rebecca Marie was her name.
Aw, that's cute.
Now, there was 15 babies born that day at the hospital. 15. They wrote it up in the newspaper. That was a lot of babies. Of course, she wasn't the first on that. And there was no room for a lot of us that had our babies. We had to go in a laying-in room.
Wow.
And then, finally, the next day, we got into a room of our own.
Wow, and that was back when Timken Mercy was a small hospital.
Smaller hospital, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Absolutely. So what's special about Becky being born on Mother's Day? That's obviously special. What else makes her birth so special?
On her father's side of the family, she was the first girl born in 18 years.
Wow.
A lot of boys in the side of the family.
Wow. 18 years, huh?
Yeah.
So they probably coddled her and spoiled her.
Oh my
rotten.
gosh, yeah. Yep. That was
Every mother's night.
the love of their life, yes.
And what else is special about
Well,
that?
what made it extremely special, and really at the time, nobody even talked about it, so it was a surprise to me. She was a fifth-generation child on her daddy's side of the family. He was a fifth-generation child, too, her father.
Wow.
And they took pictures of it. The great-grandpa was an amateur photographer. He developed it and everything, And Becky was 5 months when the picture was taken because he had to get his mom from Marietta. And she wasn't sick. She was just, I think it was a cold or something. He wanted to make sure he was okay to make the trip and all. Lovely lady. I mean, she was so funny and so much, you'd never believe she was, 93, I think, at the time.
Oh, wow.
And he took pictures and so proud of them, and he took it to the repository. And the repository said, "I'm sorry, we can't put it in the newspaper because it's not common these days." He was angry, and he stopped the newspaper and all that kind of stuff. And he went down every day to the newspaper to get a newspaper so he could read the newspaper without them knowing about it. But he was furious.
He
was
imagine.
furious. And I mean, even when my second child was born, He was a fifth generation too. No picture was taken, nothing. I mean, it was, you
Aw.
know, it was just like they were going to do nothing with it anyway. But yeah, there's a lot of longevity on his side of the family.
So what was his nationality?
Indian, and that's real strong in that family.
Right.
English and German. And those are the ones that I really know the most of. And that just does great grandpa on his side.
Right.
Way back, oh gosh, it goes way back. Somehow an Indian squaw was married into the family, and that child started the generation, the one that survived that started this generation thing.
Oh, started the 5 generations.
Yeah, and there was a great grandpa way back who was a master carvesman, and that man used to carve furniture for in England for one of the queens.
Oh.
And Grandpa had all that information in newspapers and everything, but I have I don't have it.
You don't have it here.
Yeah.
Because it's very
But that was real interesting. He kept everything. Grandpa was something else.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you have a picture you want to
Yeah, I do.
share with us of the 5
Yeah,
generations?
I got the ages of everything. Becky was 6 months. Her daddy was 23. The grandmother was 44. Great grandpa was 71, and great grandma 93. Now this is the gold tone they did.
And see, I like that. I like that picture better than a color picture.
Yeah, I
I
do
like
too. Yeah, so they got the black and white in this. There was no color. The other one's black and white.
Actually, this to me looks more, what do I want to say, vintage.
It is. Yeah, that's what I like about it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, thank you for talking with us, Gail, and sharing that wonderful story.
Oh, thank you. I enjoyed every bit of it.